Hello, people. Welcome to the Baseline Talk Podcast. Here to provide you the news coming straight from the baseline. We got some real nice, hot off the press
Off the
news
press.
today. Me and Corey, we was just finna get it. We finna dive in. You know, we had a lot of fireworks, through our past podcasts, and we just ready to provide a little bit more fireworks.
Yeah, it's the baseline talk. You know what I'm saying? So
Baseline.
we're bringing you everything that's being talked about on the baseline, and it could be uncomfortable talks. It could be comfortable talks, but that's what makes this podcast the best.
That's what makes it interesting.
Let go, let go, let go. Ayy, yeah, you know I'ma talk my, ayy, you know I'ma talk my shit. Ayy, yeah, ayy.
Hello, people. Welcome to the Baseline Talk Podcast. Here to provide you the news coming straight from the baseline. We got some real nice, hot off the press
Off the
news
press.
today. Me and Corey, we was just finna get it. We finna dive in. You know, we had a lot of fireworks, through our past podcasts, and we just ready to provide a little bit more fireworks.
Yeah, it's the baseline talk. You know what I'm saying? So
Baseline.
we're bringing you everything that's being talked about on the baseline, and it could be uncomfortable talks. It could be comfortable talks, but that's what makes this podcast the best.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah,
You know?
So hey, man, a lot of things have gone on, a lot of stuff to talk about. Once again, that's the beautiful thing about a podcast, man. It's like, we can kind of script out what we're gonna talk about a couple
True.
weeks in advance. Then boom, some stuff
Stuff just happens,
happens, man. So
up,
we got to start scratching out that topic, and let's talk about what the hot stuff.
and we got to talk about it, man. We was driving up here, man. I was driving, you was driving, and then you just brought me some news that just took place,
Yeah.
and we knew it was coming. We knew the disgruntles. We knew what the
We
disgruntles was about
we
to
knew
happen
that was coming.
right after the spring event. You know what I'm saying? It-
Hey, wait a minute. Let's stop and just kind of explain what we know what we say when we label disgruntles, but let's let the podcast know.
Oh, the
what-
disgruntles.
Disgruntles. What are disgruntles?
Man, it's like every year when you go through this point in the season, you have parents and then you have the players. Parents are looking for high expectations, and you play in those first tournaments. You play in events like the March Fest. You play in events like Boo Williams. You play in events like Heart of Texas. And then after those events, you got some players that's not
Disgruntled.
happy.
They disgruntled.
Disgruntled
Yeah.
with the minutes
Parents
or
disgruntled.
with some of the promises that
Ah,
directors gave them and didn't
yeah.
meet those expectations.
Right.
And that's what we call the disgruntles.
So then we kind of touch on like that before the season even began. Then we
Yeah.
talk about all that.
Yeah, we talked about it. We
Yeah.
discussed it. We discussed it, Corey.
Hey. So hey, man, it's 100%. It's here, and
Here.
we're about to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's let's kind of give disgruntles an additional name. We're gonna call
What
the
is that?
disgruntles. We're gonna put them in a bucket and call it the travel ball portal.
The travel ball portal.
Travel ball portal.
That's a good word for that.
Portal for travel basketball.
Portal for travel basketball, the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? All the disgruntles, they go in the pot, and it happens every year. Parents, I know y'all can relate to this. And I know y'all just like, yeah, they right.
Right.
Because we mad. We
Right.
disappointed. We
Yeah.
disappointed in what our daughter went through.
Right.
So, and there was a lot of disgruntles over there at Sci Fair that,
Boy, that's
Man,
the
what?
hottest topic. A couple weeks ago, bro, that hot topic was what's going on with DeSoto. But one thing about a hot topic, it dies out.
it dies. I know it comes around. Ain't that something?
It's Sci-Fair ended the season, number one team in the country last year, got all that young talent returning. And, the expectation was, let's go out and,
Do it again.
do it again, So, but the word on the street is, six players done jumped in the transfer portal.
6 players done jumped in the transfer portal. Can you believe that?
Six
players. And we talking about EYBL.
EYBL 17U players.
17U?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
EYBL 17U players.
So when I think about this, 6 players are left. Okay. is this the core players or these are the like role players of the team? How will we describe these players? That's
so it's I equate that to if they're on the team, they're good.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's true. That's
They're
true.
probably good. They just got a role that they gotta play. Now, I ain't talking to not one of them. Not one of the parents or whatever, anything like that. Hey, parents, y'all do what's best for your kids.
Do what's best for your child.
Yeah.
We just got to talk about it.
Yeah, we just got to talk about it.
Because it might be some information that's going to help you along the way.
Right. So, maybe they were a role player because, from what I'm hearing, they didn't lose like a starter or, like a Chavez.
Okay, they ain't lose a Chavez.
Yeah.
Did they lose a Justice?
They didn't lose like the face of the program type kids.
Okay, so O'Neal. They didn't lose O'Neal?
Yeah, no, they didn't lose them heavy. All them heavy hitters, but they didn't lose them. So, but 6 off of a 12, 13-man roster is a pretty big number.
Man, that's interesting too.
That's very interesting. So, parents, and trust, man, we've been in the Nike Elite space for years,
Facts,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, and one thing that we were actually kind of, were able to overcome was the psychology of it, how to get through this, because we knew, it was gonna be some disgruntled, but you gotta, you kind of psychology the situation.
That's true.
And get everybody on board. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Feel free to reach out to us, parents, like the disgruntles. We're not bad mouthing you by any means. Feel free to reach out to us. We saw enough basketball. We've seen enough teams during this season that we can really help you find the right fit. Because that's important, and that's kind of the business that we're finna start pursuing, helping kids find the right fit, because I think that's really, really important.
Right.
And then, because that's why you got this transfer portal thing going on with AA travel basketball.
Right. And so sometimes you can kind of almost anticipate. We're good enough where we can say she's gonna be disgruntled.
Yeah, she gonna be. You're right.
Her parents gonna be disgruntled. You can see that a mile away. You know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing for sure, I saw this on social media today, man. It's like, parents, find the fit over the platform. Always go with the fit.
Go with the fit.
Not the platform. Go with the fit.
He's telling you the truth.
That's, cause if it's not the right fit, it don't matter what platform you on.
Not at all.
It ain't gonna work out. Always go with the fit over the platform. So, hey, if they got the #1 point guard in the country on the team, and your daughter's a junior, that's a point guard, you are basically holding Gatorade. You're holding Gatorade, or hoping #1, don't show up or get hurt or something. Because if #1 healthy, #1 player is playing, and you the backup.
That's true.
And in this space, #1, the coach and the director and everybody got an obligation to make sure #1 get their stats.
That's true.
So you be whooping somebody.
It's a business.
You could be whooping, but #1 got to stay out there and get their stat to maintain #1. So you could be up 20-30 and wonder why I'm not playing.
So Corey, just playing devil's advocate from being a former college coach, does this pose a problem for college coaches that's evaluating and seeing this movement with certain players? Because at the college program, they might be in the same situation.
Right. So, college coaches got a good 2-year head start right now. No, I'm not gonna say they don't have a head start. Actually, I think the club coaches are a little bit more used to the transfer portal in the club space than the college coaches. You know what I'm saying? Now, does it send a message to the college coaches that if this ain't a right fit, they gonna bounce? Absolutely. Absolutely, it sends a message. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say it don't. But that's the life of being a college coach today.
That's the life of being a
You know what I'm
college
saying?
coach. And then that's the life of a player
Mm-hmm.
that's not really willing to accept a role,
Right.
you know, or not
Right.
being realistic with where
Right.
they are
Right.
in their role on that particular team.
Right. Because sometimes it's great to learn from, to be the understudy.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And let's learn from the more talented, more experienced player. You know, because they got to graduate one day.
Okay.
Then
Now,
it's your turn.
would you say these players were a little impatient? Did they jump the gun, or did some of them make the right decisions
I think they
to
made-
move
I think
right
they made
now?
I think they made the right decision.
They made the right
You know,
decision.
Yeah. Just
That's true.
Yeah, it's not fair. You know,
It's a
Earl
couple ways to
Allen
look at it.
He done a great job. You got to. I mean, that front end of that team is heavily stacked. Heavily stacked. You know.
Yeah.
It's so the players that left, you know, you gotta say, hey man, you know, the summer gonna be over with at the end of July, and you know, you got Justice, you got all those great players, you know. Hey man, I gotta play.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this with those players, well, what is it going to be like when you play again
gonna be the same thing.
with the Angel Reese of the world and the Caitlin Clarks?
It is going to be the same thing.
See, that's kind of
It's unfortunate.
that's unfortunate.
That's the space that we're in right now. Is in fact, shit. Angel Reese is a transfer. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it ain't necessarily we need to wait our turn, kids. You know, it's the pick of the litter. You know, Haley, what is it? VL Van Lee, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like it's the era that we're in. You know, and college coaches have to can milk it and be out in the forefront to benefit from it, you know, or else all you is a feeder system to them programs, you know, and that's on the men's side, the girls' side, and football and all of that, you know.
That's what college teams has turned to.
Yeah.
It basically turned to kind of like how the NBA is. Like,
Right.
we can go build super teams now.
Right. We gonna build super teams, and you in a small market. We just gonna wait till you develop that player. We gonna get them on to LA, a bigger market. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the colleges are. You know.
And you even got players that's comfortable in college now. That okay, I'm gonna wait my time before I go to the league.
Right.
You know, because now, like I was watching the NFL draft, those guys is already blinged up, blinged out, already got money. So
right.
a lot of time, they name being called, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Come on. What is Angel at? Valuation 1.4 mil.
that's true. Yes.
1.4
yes.
mil. Like so.
Yes.
I mean, if I'm
Yes.
1.4 mil and I'm going into my third year of college,
Mm.
I look at that as 1.4 next year. That makes 2.8. You know.
WNBA is,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
100,000.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on, don't be. You know, that's common sense.
College is the life right
It's
now.
the life.
College
It's
is the
life.
life.
Yeah, you know, get to ride on a private jet everywhere. It's the life, you know, and you know, hope the WNBA figured it out and everything. But you know, everybody not an Angel Reese. You know, everybody not sitting at the top of the food chain.
That's my point with
Yeah.
with these people that just left.
right.
You know, maybe they're not the Angel Reeses either.
Right.
So maybe they have to be like the Angel Reese teammates and the
Right.
Caitlin Clark
Right.
teammates
Right.
and coexist
Right.
with those superstar type
Right.
players.
Right.
And
right. So it's a lot of ways to look at it, you know,
Mhm.
and we just use, you know, the organization or the Sci-Fair 17 EYBL program, because they're not the only one that's experiencing, you know, kids jumping in the travel ball
Yeah, that's
portal,
true.
you know, but you know, everybody is navigating this space,
Mhm.
and you know, sometimes parents think that their baby is the Angel Reese.
that's
Yeah.
what they gotta figure out. If you
Yeah.
want them to be the Angel Reese, well, just like Corey said, find the right fit.
Right.
Go to the team to where you can go be the Angel Reese. And I think that's might be what they're doing right now, reevaluating and going to those teams that's the right fit instead of the name, the stage, because that's Chavez's team. And now it's O'Neal's team. It's Chavez, O'Neal, and, even Justice kind of had to, make way for O'Neal a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So,
I gotta, and I'm going to go to Twitter as we talk right now. Because, I mean, I got a real good example, and let's see.
Well, yeah, while you doing that, I'm gonna pour me some 1738.
I look at Shanteria. I can't pronounce her last name. A-N-U.
I know her.
Anumel or whatever. Sean. We call her Sean.
Okay, shooter.
She is like the hottest prospect outside of the Justice and the Chavez or whatever in the state of Texas, right? Perfect example of
finding the right fit.
Fit over platform. Everybody's pulling at the kid, talk to her dad and everything. She's sitting on a ton of offers and just lighting it up with Team Spaz out of Houston.
And this kind of happened overnight.
It kind of happened overnight. She was with DFW Elite EYBL last year.
Okay.
Didn't get an offer, Played on the platform.
Right.
Didn't get an offer. Went back in the gym. Daddy didn't complain or nothing. Got back in the gym, the kid, and the off season just grinded it out. Had an outstanding high school season. Came back, picked the right fit, Team Spaz, and every time you look on Twitter, Sean is getting another offer. Another offer, and the shoe sponsor, the sponsor teams of the state are all out of her.
Perfect example of finding the right fit.
Right.
We tell parents all the time, it's not about the team and the status of the team that you're going to. It's about just going to the right events.
Right.
Going to the right events, being on the right type of team to get that look that you deserve. And that's a perfect example of finding the right fit, not really worried about the name brands or shoe brands, saying, hey, this is the perfect place for me. I have some good players that's surrounding me.
Right.
I'm playing in front of college coaches.
Right.
Now it's up to me.
Right.
It's up to me.
Right.
And her work that she put in, it paid off.
Right. So I don't she's good enough, but some of the shoe sponsor teams is so talent heavy that her 22, 25 points a game, it just can't happen because of all the, distribution of wealth that has to be, shared on those.
Yeah, it's one
teams.
ball.
It's one ball, So her daddy found the right fit. She's constantly 20 to 22, 25, 30-piece type games. And college coaches are loving her. I know SMU don't offer. She's getting offers all over the place. And not to say that she can't do that on EYBL stage, or a shoe circuit stage, but it's just, it's just so much talent that, you got to keep everybody happy, and now that 22, 25 go down to 5-4 points a game.
Man.
And I don't care what you say. Them offers like that don't come to kids making and scoring 4 points.
That's true. So say, man, what's her daddy name? Will. Say, man, you made the right decision, man. I'm gonna tell you right this, real talk. Don't go nowhere else.
Don't go nowhere.
You found the right fit. You got the team that's benefited your daughter, and she's received all these offers and got what you always felt that she deserved. So, man, it ain't even no point of looking for the next best thing, man. She is at the best place, and she is the next best thing where she is. So continue to stay where you are, man, and continue to do what you're doing, man. I wouldn't make no changes, man. Real talk. That just little Swiftology for me, Swift. Right. But I would stay put, man, right where you are, and just finish it out and ride it out with a team. What is it?
Team Spaz.
Team Spaz. Team Spaz.
And Will would, Will is unlike a lot of other parents. Will don't sit back. He's a go-getter.
Okay.
Will is a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we're gonna get Will on, but I'll give Will.
Don't hustle no more on this team stuff.
No, he ain't hustling on the team. But what I'm saying, Will has somebody with a camcorder or a camera or something. He's documenting her experience.
Amen.
There's highlights coming out of what she's doing. He's taking charge. He's taking the ownership.
That's good, man.
He's pushing it out on social media. He's getting on the phone, calling coaches and all that stuff. He's getting
being a father to your child.
Yeah, he's getting coaches to that baby game. Not waiting on Spaz, head coach, and none of that. No, Will is on the phone with college coaches himself, getting people to come watch her game, getting film out there to him, highlights out there to him. Got a graphic artist, Like, hey, he ain't waiting on nobody.
So, Will, man, when your baby go to school, man, hey, man, I think you got another calling for you, man. So, holler at us, man, and we think you got some. I think you got some more gifts that that you can be utilized, man, in a different manner that you never imagined.
Right.
So yeah, hit us up, Will, man. I think we can do some business with Will.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
Real
talk.
We're gonna get you on this podcast, and you're gonna show people the blueprint. He's willing to share it, but he wants to come on the podcast.
That's what's up. Come on, Will. We need you, man.
Podcast.
We
Team
want Will.
Spaz, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all kicking down doors, boy.
Yeah. Hey, so moving right along, man. It was a lot of talk about, and I got to get your perspective on it, but it was a lot of talk about these prices, man. A lot these prices of admission on getting into these tournaments, So they were saying they was paying $70, and that was just a big thing, man. So I want to get your perspective on and what you think needs to be done about this, and what have you already done to kind of help along.
Right. Well, $70 was the advertised price.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about the event that was here, the Heart of Texas.
Okay.
Which was a great tournament. 500-600 teams, I guess, but after the online fees and all that other stuff, man, those tickets ran up per person over $91.
$91?
$91, bro. Like, so just imagine, a team of three, a family of three, bro. That's
ooh.
I can't even say that's $270. Am I right?
Man,
$270.
Yeah, $270.
Yeah, for 4 games. So.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a bite. So what are the problems with that? All right, let's discuss the problems with that. We all know it don't cost. It shouldn't average $20 over $20 a game. 91 divided by 4 games is a little over $20 a game. About $22, $23 a game. It shouldn't cost that much to watch a game.
It shouldn't.
And social media just kind of blew it up. A lot of frustration and everything. Parents felt like, and then, I guess the disclosure of what it was going to cost came in the 11th hour. So parents
it's kind of bamboozled everybody.
Yeah. You already at the point where you can't. You can't back out. You can't do this. You can't. You can't go. You already don't bought flights or whatever. Got rooms and hotels and all that other good stuff. So, that's hey, you gotta keep the parents happy.
Gotta keep them happy, man.
Keep the parents happy. No parents ain't nothing. Ain't no team. Ain't no referees. Ain't no coaches. Ain't no events. Ain't no nothing. Ain't no parents.
Right.
So.
And then I'm gonna be real. It was $90 for the weekend, but I was at Mansfield Fieldhouse and I went to AT&T. It was live, but it really wasn't live. Like, it wasn't. For us, what I saw, I didn't see many coaches. I didn't see many coaches. And I'm not saying it was a bad tournament. It was a good event.
Right.
But it's hard to explain that $91 by looking at the atmosphere, which I saw.
Right.
Because I've been into some atmospheres to where you can argue that $91.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the coaches and the electricity in the building, but I really just didn't get that feeling.
Right. I think was the biggest, I can say the biggest thing was, like, parents just felt like that, hey, wow, they're charging $77 over here, $91 over here. It's the same tournament, X, Y, and Z. Why they didn't let us know in advance, all of that other stuff. So I don't think that they felt like, they was treated fairly.
Right.
They don't feel like they were treated fairly.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, you can spend it however you want to, That's $91 a person. That's too much.
And then, well, Corey, you took some deep thought on that, and you came up with a little remedy, you know,
man,
on what
here.
was
We can always fix this problem, bro.
What's your
Hey,
gift?
look at so check it out. We're gonna give it a try now. Hey, we're gonna try it both ways.
Okay.
We're gonna try it both ways. For the first one, let's give it. We're gonna give it a test run in June. You know,
Okay.
it's called a tune-up.
Okay, June. What's the dates in June?
June 17th and 18th.
June 17th and 18th.
17th and
Father's
18th.
Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
Okay, at Hebron High School over there in the Colony, Texas.
Hebron High School.
Very beautiful facility and everything.
Beautiful
All right,
facility.
parents, here we go. The team registration for 3-game guarantee
3 games.
is $100.
$100.
One bill.
You kidding me?
No.
$100.
$100.
So if I'm a coach and I pay $100, I can get my entire team in the event.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Now there's no multi-team discount.
Oh my.
There's no
Okay.
early bird discount. It is $100 until it sell out.
Oh, okay. Well, hey,
It's
what's
one
the going
bill.
price? What's the normal price for an event?
$395.
$395.
$395.
And you charging $100?
$100. So let's say let's flip it. Let's see where we're going with this. Let me see. So parents, we're gonna see how this right here works. Okay, you take $395. Let's say a team of 10 players.
Mm-hmm.
That's roughly $40 a player to get into a 3-game tournament, non-being period tournament.
Mm-hmm.
$40 a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
At $100, that's what a player. That's $10 a player.
$10 a player.
So that's a $30 difference, right?
$30
That's
difference.
$30 difference, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are disclosing right now on our website what the spectator pass is for the weekend. It's $25.
It's $25 for the weekend.
It's $25 for the weekend.
Gotcha.
So you take that 10 and that 25, that's 35.
That's 35.
That's still cheaper than just putting a team in without coming to watch your baby.
And you get a whole weekend for
You get
that.
a whole weekend, 3 games. The same
3 games.
Same 3 games, same number of officials, scorekeeper, clock keeper, enjoy your kids playing, athletic trainers, all that, security, all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm a boys coach.
Uh-huh.
You know, can they get in the same
Boys
event?
too. Yeah, we not. It's parents are parents.
Okay.
Whether you the parent of a boy or parent of a girl.
Okay, so you got girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
Division. What grades?
We're going 3rd grade all the way up.
3rd through 12th.
3rd through 12th.
Oh, that's can't miss. That's a can't miss event.
Now,
$100.
Are we putting pressure on other event directors? Maybe, but parents, what we're saying is, and we may lose money doing this,
Right.
but we think it's another way.
It's another way.
We think, I honestly believe, and I'm good at keeping all the analytics of an event. I can pretty much tell you that a March event is going to bring this number team, this number spectator versus a July event that's on a weekday that's going to bring. I got all 10 years worth of analytics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, if you don't want to attend this event, you just don't want to deal with us.
You just don't want to deal with us.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Cool with that. Cool with that.
Yeah,
but
$100 per team.
$100 per team.
Why not? And my baby can develop. I can go see it at a winning price. Yeah. It's a can't miss event. Yeah. And actually, what you're doing is you've evaluated the issues and the problems and the disgruntledness of a lot of people, and you're showing love.
Right,
you're basically showing love to team directors as well as the parents and the players.
Right, as well as the parents and the players. Yeah. We believe this can be done where you don't have to bust the parents upside the head. You don't have to, what did you say 5 minutes ago? Bamboozle the parents. Right. Post on the website 3 days before the event that is $91 for you to get in. No, it's out there right now.
So you're doing this June 17th and 18th, and then are you doing it again?
We're going to do it again in July.
You're going to do it again in July?
Check it out in July. We're going to flip the script. We're going to get this formula right. We're going to try to be the leaders in, getting this thing done without appearing to be so greedy. So check it out.
Okay.
We're going to flip it in July.
Okay.
It's going to be a $250 entry fee.
Okay, 250. Okay.
Per team.
Okay.
10 spectator passes per completed registered team per team.
Okay.
So 250 team entry, and each team will get 10 weekend spectator passes.
So let me get this right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I
It can
paid
be done.
$250 to enter my team in the event.
Yep.
And when I pay my $250, I get 10 free
Per team.
10 free passes per team passes.
Weekend passes.
Weekend passes
Yes.
that I can give out to my parents, 10
My
parents.
Yes.
Oh man.
Parents, it can be done.
Mm.
It can be done, because we got to try something,
Mm-hmm.
so
So, and you still going to be able to pay your referees?
still going to be able to pay the referees.
Oh, that's good, man.
Still going to be able to pay the referees.
Okay, well,
Still going to be able to pay the court monitors, the gym monitors, the gate workers, the table workers, the athletic trainers. No, we're not cutting, we're not cutting anything out of the experience.
Okay, well, that sends a message.
Yeah.
Because one event you can pay $91 and do all that, and then another event you can pay $35 total with your baby in the tournament, and you watching them for the entire weekend for $35, which is like almost $60 cheaper.
Right.
So,
It could be done, and like you said, we're not trying to tell event directors what to do. What we're doing is saying, look here, we heard you. We're going to try to fix this. We're going to try to fix this. We want to spearhead on what we feel the experience should be. You shouldn't be busting parents upside the
you
head
shouldn't.
for their daughters to play, on a team or sons, and then $8.95, $9.95, say whatever it is to play in the tournament, and then almost $100 per person to come watch.
That's true.
So hey, we're not telling them to change their ways, but we finna give the parents an option. We finna give them an option because those we will be competing against those events in the near future.
So, friends, register for this event. I mean, Corey, I think you put it out already, and you already got a couple of boys teams that's registered.
Yep.
So, hey, people out there, register for this event before it fills up too soon. It's $100 per team, June 17th and 18th. You pay $100, your team is in the event. And it's a $25 weekend pass for the parents to attend and watch their son and daughters play. So register soon, register quickly. Where can they go to register, Corey?
We're gonna have it on social media. The link is on the Texas Big Time Girls Sports website. It's gonna be on Swift's social media. It's gonna be on my social media. It's gonna be everywhere, And like I said, we're not taking anything out of a A1 quality, weekend basketball tournament experience.
Hey, so check this out. Baseline Talk podcast is going to be there.
Yep.
So if it's a little fourth grade boy or third grade girl, and they got that smoke, got that. We go talk about it. We might bring them on the podcast. We go give them exposure. We go give them everything that they deserve. So we're not discriminating. There's no politics. So if you come out and you play and you perform, best believe we go put the DFW Metroplex on notice.
Yeah, man, we got to fix this. Well, we got to change this.
We got to change it.
We're gonna change it, man, because it ain't got to. I honestly feel like it ain't got to be that way. I don't think that we can go into another market and just bust them upside the head for $100 at a person at the gate.
So I tell you what, I mean, next April it's time to.
Yeah, I'm saying this is the filling out period.
Okay.
We gonna try to we throwing this out here. We're gonna be filling it out and everything, and we're gonna go back and massage it and get it right. In 2024, we got something different.
So parents, don't worry about exposure.
Yeah.
If you perform and you can play, we'll bring you on. We're gonna give you all the exposure that you need and deserve. We'll be doing rankings. We'll be doing videos, highlight videos. So, parents, this is just not about tournaments. This is also about giving your child exposure. This is about helping your child get on the map. So if you're looking for exposure and your child is wanting to take their basketball game to the next level, this is the place to be. This is something that we're passionate about. This is something that we're motivated to do for all the parents out there who really need it with no politics involved, and we're ready. We're ready to put your child on the map right now.
Exactly. I'm excited about it. I've already had John with the DC Queens reach out to me.
Man.
They're bringing their program, man, for $100. And I'm telling you, Swift, it's still a minimum of 3 games. Trophies, medals. I mean, we're not cutting nothing out of the experience, man, like nothing. No, it's gonna feel like a $395 entry fee, and you paid $91 at the door per person, but it's actually gonna be a $100 entry fee, and you're paying $25 per person at the door.
I mean, right now I'm trying to think about how I can get my son in the event, you know. So I'm gonna figure something out and get my son in the event, because this is an opportunity and an experience that I don't want him to miss. So if you have a child that you got expectations for, and you're about pushing your child in the growth and development of your child, man, this is the place to be. This is the place to be. It's time for a change. It's been high prices. It's been many complaints, and it's time to do something about it. And we're stepping up to the plate. We're ready to do something about it. So it starts June 17th, 18th, $100. Get your team in it.
Get your team in it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Let me go on another different type. I'm gonna turn the music up, man.
Okay. Turn the music up.
We're gonna have to, we're gonna have to rock with this right here for a little bit. So,
okay.
All right, Swift. We came out with. Nah, I'm gonna change something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want. We came out with a top 20, right? Preseason top 20 before we ever.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah, all that, bro. We brought on a guest. She sat right there where you sat. And I remember saying, man, I'm excited because I know you're going to fluctuate. I used that term.
You did.
It's Swift, man. Let's just go back and revisit some players out of that top 20.
Man.
And I really want to talk about one particular player in particular, Mariah Clay. Did we not say that she was going to do her thing, bro?
She was right here on the Baseline Talk podcast.
Yeah.
And we talked about how we felt she was going to have a breakout summer.
Right.
And she had a breakout spring.
Bro. Like,
what did she do, Corey?
Man, she went out there to Boo Williams, one of the leading scorers in the EYBL. Fit. She found the platform in the fit. Because we talked about it.
We talked about it.
You specifically said,
man,
what position are they going to allow you
we
to play?
We spoke to Drive Nation, and we said, Mariah Clayton is a 3 player, and she needs to be exposed and publicized as a 3 player. And if she wasn't going to play the 3, play the wing, it wasn't the right fit.
Right.
And Drive Nation, they was already in agreement. They already knew what they had.
Right.
And she's a diamond in the rough, but she went to Boo Williams and blew up.
And blew up. 20 in scoring, top 1 or 2 in steals. I mean, kid getting offers left and right, write-ups left and right, and everything. Like, man, we talking our shit, man.
Man, we gonna talk our shit, because you heard it first from Baseline Talk Podcast. Before she went to Boo Williams, she was right here on Baseline Talk Podcast before she blew up and the offers was coming. She was right here.
Right.
And, hey, you heard it first from Baseline Talk Podcast. So it's time to talk our shit. We can talk our shit. We can back it up, too.
For real, too. Like, it ain't, like we said, ain't no politics.
Man, ain't no politics. Put up big numbers, man.
Yeah, you got to do your thing, man,
Yeah,
ain't nobody made no call to nobody, no beat right in. She went out there and kicked their ass and got wrote about.
Man, handled her business.
Yeah.
Handled her business. Rolled up her sleeve like the player she is. She's a worker, man. She's a player that's gonna fill up the stat sheet. She gonna give you boards. She gonna give you threes. She gonna give you and ones. She gonna give you free throws. She go deep. She go dive for loose balls, man. That's just what it's about, and that's what them college coaches want to see.
Right.
They don't want to see you pouting on the sideline. They don't want to see you oh, I can do what she doing.
Mhm.
No, they want you to get out there
And do it.
and do it.
Right.
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Don't talk about it, be about it.
Right,
You gotta get
right.
your ass out there and show them what you can do. Ain't no sense in complaining. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become one of them disgruntles. If you steady looking at what somebody else doing. Shit, look at what you doing.
Right,
and go
right.
handle your business.
Right.
And then shit, you'll get what you
Right.
deserve.
Right. You know, her parents, they knew what they had in the baby. So the parents just stepped back and let Mariah go do her thing.
Real
Then
talk.
out of politic, get in no coach's ear and, you know, get no writer or nothing like shit. She just went out there and did her
She
thing.
went and
bro.
handled her business.
Handled her business. You know what I'm saying? And we sat here on the podcast,
And told them.
said we're gonna be excited about what's coming up out this summer for you. For real, for real.
Let them know, Corey. Then who put on the show next?
KK. Caitlin Clark. Oh, man, she lit up the S40, the Select 40, man. She went off. She was tearing teams up for 35, 30, 25. This is with a group of girls, bro, that she met 20 minutes before tip-off. 20 minutes before tip-off. I mean, she went off.
And you was just talking about how everybody's just kind of systematic out here. Ain't
man.
nobody, ain't no hoopers just that you can just throw in there and go hoop.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And KK went out there and did that.
Busted them up. This is it was a 16U team with majority ninth graders.
2026s.
2026s.
Ooh.
You know. 2, they're playing up in a Select 40, 17U.
Mm-hmm.
3, these are girls she ain't never met.
Mm.
She ain't never met. I mean, you met the coaches.
Mm.
She went out there, played with 9 other girls on a team with 2 coaches she had never seen before in her life. And lit it up, bro. Lit it up.
what type of numbers she put up?
35.
35? 31?
25.
25?
She was going all, bro.
Mm.
She was giving them the business, bro.
Kaylin Kemp, keep on balling. You go get what you deserve. I promise you. You go get what you deserve. Keep on balling. And KK is one of those ones that we kind of took under our wing and we just kind of guiding through the process. So, parents, if you need some wisdom and some guidance on what teams to play for, what events to play for, come to us. And KK is gonna be the example. She's gonna, the next time you see her, she gonna be at Classic Clubs. We ain't gonna tell you who she playing with because you know we still kind of working those things out. But guess what? She got many options, and we go find the best fit for her.
Right.
So remember that she's under that Baseline Talk podcast consulting firm type of situation, and we just kind of, you know, she free agenting herself around to where she can get what she deserves, and so pay attention to that. But Kaylin Kemp, you did a wonderful job. I feel like you're the best point guard in the 2025 class in the state of Texas. You keep on doing your thing, and trust me, you go get what you deserve. Just keep doing you.
Right. I want to mention another player. What's
She needs to come.
Yeah,
we needs to see her.
Can you help me out?
Sabel
Zambi.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Sabel Zambi.
Yeah, Ed, which is her father. We're working. We're
committed to Lehigh.
Yeah, committed to Lehigh. Committed to a 3-point shooting team. You know, man, the kid. My goodness, we had her ranked at number 20. I sat there and saw her dismantle.
The Baseline Talk podcast had her ranked at number 20.
Number 20,
Okay.
preseason. And we said this kid is a sniper. I saw her dismantle Team Lex, a former team from behind the arc, over there at in Mansfield. Oh, man, she just put on a shooting clinic, bro.
You told me about that, man. I'm so interested in this kid. Sabel Zambi, we need you and your father, mother. We need you on the podcast. We want you to talk to the kids out there. As a matter of fact, we even want to do some things with you this summer. Yeah. So we'll be continually to reaching out to you. But we need you on the podcast. Right. Sabel, I mean, she's that shooter that these NBA teams in these playoffs that they looking for.
Right.
That sniper that when you drive in and draw the defense and you just kick out and you just got something that just automatic.
Yeah, that girl, man.
Lehigh, be careful. Be careful, Lehigh. Take care of Sabel Zambi. because I'm going to tell you, she's a 2024, and if y'all don't really nurture this kid and continue to stay on her, she might get just snatched right before your eyes because she's a player that I would want, you know, and I'm a former college coach at Baylor University. And those shooters, man, those dead-eye sniping type shooters, they hard to come by. They hard to find, especially those shooters that can hit the big shots in big-time games and big-time moments. And she's proven that. Like, she's not afraid of the light. She's not afraid of the moment. I guess she's done it so many times in her repetition. That's why I want to bring her on and talk to her, because I actually want to know how she became this sniper. I'm interested in that.
Right.
So I would love to have her on the show.
So look out for that. We're gonna just get the times and get her dad and get her over here and get on the Baseline Talk podcast.
You ready, Sabelle?
So all right, another interesting. Let's who did we put our eyes on? Who do we like?
You know what?
Who kind of stood out?
I'm gonna tell you who stood out for me. You know, I was kind of hard on her earlier. And kind of talked about it because I felt like, you know, she came up a little short, but I was really impressed with Talia Parker when I laid eyes on her and saw her. Talia was impressive. Talia, I really think you improved. Like, I love your mid-range jump shot. Your mid-range jump shot is beautiful. Your speed, I mean, everything, you got it. I just feel like there's just a few more things that you need to work on for as ball handling and confidence and just handling and being her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the saying that I'm him. Yeah. Like you can be her.
Right.
But that's the mentality and the confidence that you got to have when you step out on the court. But she was impressive to me. She was impressive. I was impressed with Talia Parker. I also was impressed in a Sabelle Zambi type of way. Now I got to give her the name for a shooter, but I was impressed with Janiyah Williams also with the Banshees, her shooting touch in a Sabelle Zambi type of way because she's a sniper as well. Yeah. She's a sniper. So I was impressed with her. And Corey, did you see anybody that kind of caught your eye? Because we was at Heart of Texas. We watched a few games at the Heart of Texas tournament, and we, Baseline Talk was there, and we was watching. So,
I tell you, I was, just being years and years on the EYBL, knowing the EYBL teams like the back of my hands, the directors, the coaches, and everything. So the style, the play, and everything. So this was my first time getting a chance to really experience the Heart of Texas, and that Jason Kidd team, bro. That's like they would really give majority. And when I say majority, I ain't talking about half. I'm talking about 75% of the EYBL teams, some real problems. Man, that's man. They look the part. They long, athletic. Coaches sitting. Oh man, that Jason Kidd team is the
predominantly black, white. What are the teams?
A little bit, maybe 70-30 white, but they got some 6'3", 6'4", 6'2", long, athletic white girls, long, athletic black girls. I'm talking about the perfect, long, slender, athletic bodies. Man, these kids are, woo.
And it's Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. He was at the event, the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. He was at the event.
And they based out of Cali?
Yeah, they based out of Cali. Oh, my goodness, Will. Hey. They got some players over there.
Man, well, Jason Kidd, man, we would love to have you down here at another event, in the future. I mean, Corey, he called me on the phone when he saw you guys, and he was just extremely impressed. So I'm anxious to see you guys. I'm going to be looking on the internet and Twitter, looking for y'all, but we would love to have y'all come back to Texas whenever y'all get the opportunity.
Yeah, so I think, shout out to, Joey. We had they worked out the confusion on putting the team that we had in there in the right division.
Okay.
So
shout out to Joy.
Playing
Joy Simmons.
Select 40. And let me tell you that teams. I won't say not spec. What's the team out of Seattle, Washington? The guy was a spec. Team. The coach was a point guard in the NBA. for the Pistons championship team with Rasheed Wallace.
Okay, Billups.
No. Anyway, he had a very, very well coached team. But between him, his team, I'll look it up. Jason Kidd team and the Banshees. You know, I think it was 20 select 40 teams. Those three were 1, 2, and 3. With Jason Kidd probably coming in at 1 and Banshees 2 and the team. I'm gonna say Team Spec. I know that's the wrong name. At 3. I'm not familiar with the players on that team, but that Jason Kidd team. Shoot, hey.
Well, I know after this, I got a lot of respect with the just the platform of the Select 40. Yeah.
Hey man, they I don't know the mastermind behind it, but they don't made it tough on other tournament directors. Because let's just I wish I had a PowerPoint. You got the shoot sponsored teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when you're hosting an event, it's great to get some Nike teams in there or some Adidas teams or whatever in your event. But really, the meat and potatoes what make, things interesting when that independent can go up against that shoe sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
But what the Select 40, when it got, if there's 40 independent programs, they don't win. It got the top 15, top 20 in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And so ain't no grabbing them. They like us. They're a shoe sponsor team in essence themselves, but they're totally independent.
Right.
Man,
that's a brilliant strategy and a brilliant game plan.
And so you got now that Select 40, which is that top 2 or 3, which is probably right there in the mix of all the shoe sponsor teams, top 30%. And hey man, they made it hard. If you're in the tournament business, you ain't getting that next tier.
So shout out to Select 40.
Select 40.
Shout out
whoever
to
behind
the
it,
infrastructure. How y'all doing things. Yeah. I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah. So, man, that Jason Kidd team was all right. Now that's just 20 of the 40. Now there was 20 of them that wasn't there. That was at another tournament. That I'm pretty sure there's some good talent over there too.
So what's the next tournament that you're kind of excited about attending for, I guess, for the month of May?
Well, Dallas got the Clash of the Clubs.
Okay.
Which will have 8 Nike teams.
I'll be there.
And so that's probably the pick of the litter if you are in this region. May is a regional event stop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got graduation going on. You got a lot of stuff going on in May. You just probably got off the road in April. So best thing, is to stick around in your region and play the best play at the event that got the best competitions right there in your region.
Okay.
So in other words, if you're in Dallas and you going out to Boo Williams, that's not a smart move.
That's not smart.
That's not smart.
That makes sense.
If you're in Dallas,
this is real talk. This is knowledge. This is wisdom right here.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna go back, and we talked earlier about that $91. Now, like I said, we did 15 years on the EYBL, which our first stop was Boo Williams. Now, if you're asking me, I'll throw that $91 on the table all day, every day, versus paying $500 for a flight, $600 for a room, $250 for a rental car. I'm paying $91.
$91 and stay at home.
Staying at home. Now I ain't complaining.
Okay.
Cause I know the alternative. I know.
You've been there.
I've been there.
You've been to Boo. You've been. To
I did
Virginia.
all that. So for those that haven't had to travel and all of that, $91 just like, man, I can't believe that. But I had to travel. I'd have gave that $91. I'd have gave that $91 up 5 times. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Facts.
Easily.
Facts.
Easily. I'd have gave it up 5 times, 15 years in a row.
So what he's saying, parents, is that, especially the parents that live in DFW Metroplex. I mean, the $91 really is not a bad deal when you consider if you had to go to Boo Williams, buy a flight, get hotel rooms, get a rental car, and you factor in all those prices. I mean, you're winning with $91. But if you're not from Dallas, the
if
DFW,
you're not from Dallas,
yeah,
you know,
then it's a different story.
You know, like I said, if you
Came from California, Jason.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool.
Nah.
But Dallas area parents, y'all got like your logistics are just perfect.
Yeah, Texas, period.
Yeah,
Texas,
it's Texas, period. Like it's. And I meant that on social media. Like you ain't got to leave.
Yeah, and you're playing in front of coaches.
Yeah, and you playing in front of coaches.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And you playing in front of coaches.
And that was the thing, you know, Corey, with us. I just would like for you to come up with some type of just Texas circuit.
Yeah,
to where every viewing period where the college coaches can attend, have an event right here in Texas.
Right.
You know, so. Because the best talent is here in Texas. You can find the best basketball in Texas. That's why those California teams are coming here because they're trying to play against the best talent that they can find.
Right.
So if you're in Texas, you don't really have to go far to find that talent.
Say that again. Say it slower.
If you are in Texas, you don't have to go anywhere to find talent and find talented teams to play up against because you got those teams right here at home. It makes no sense to go to Philadelphia and, you know, and Virginia and Chicago and places like that. Spend that money because most of the time what happens when those parents from Dallas, from Texas go there, they play in those games, they like, we play in tournaments at home with more talent than we played against here, paying all this money in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So that's the common sense to this. You know, a lot of times you can get brainwashed by directors and by shoe brands and things like that. But when you live in Texas, when you reside in Texas, you don't have to go anywhere else. When you play high school basketball in Texas, you getting the heat. Right. You know, regardless of what your team is, when you play against other talented teams, you're getting the smoke. Right. So you don't have to leave Texas to find good basketball. And that's where we get kind of spoiled. We feel like there's something better because we're in Texas so long. Right. But there's really not. There's nothing really better than Texas.
There's nothing better. You know, this state geographically is so big. And if you want to do just some easy work, this is some easy work. Go online and find out all the Division I schools in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. That's Texas and the other 4 bordering states. Get all the Division I schools. Count those. All the Division II schools. All the Division III. Then go to all the NAIAs and then all the JUCOs. When you cover those 5 states, which, you know, for the most part, that's less than an 8-hour drive from Dallas-Fort Worth. For the most part, you know, 8-hour radius. You know, you probably can go down to, that'll get you down to New Orleans, you know, Shreveport, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, all over Texas, out to El Paso. Then maybe screech over to a little bit of New Mexico. 8 to 10 hour driving radius. You're going to have over 100 programs. And like I said, now, if you are in, let's say, Kansas.
Okay.
You know, you got Kansas State, Wichita State, then the Division I programs there. They got to travel. They got to travel, you know. They got to travel. But, you know, you got that many schools in one conference right here in Texas. So to pick up and leave an area that has 100 programs and go somewhere else is just, I'm not going to say it's not smart. It's just not the best decision.
And that's wisdom. Those are facts. That's not fiction. That's nothing made up. it makes sense. It's something that you really have to think about. You know, these coaches are going to, based on their schedule, they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, we're going to Pennsylvania in April, and then we're going to Ohio in July. But if you from Texas, with all these college coaches around here, you thinking like, why y'all going to Ohio?
Right.
When Texas schools are the schools that's recruiting you.
Right.
So now you taking a chance on the school that's recruiting you might not even go see you because they go stay here right here in Texas where they can watch 100 kids and versus the 5 kids in Ohio that they're recruiting.
Right.
So you got to think about those. You got to think about
Let's
that.
let's give them an example. let's just say we're not going to even say Texas A&M, you know, because they got more of a national recruiting area.
Let's take like UTA.
UTA and Sam Houston.
Yeah, Sam Houston, North Texas.
All right. You got those schools. Okay. And there's 500 teams. And out of the 500 teams, you know, you got probably 375 to 400 teams, right, that's reside in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. So they get to choose between 375 to 400 teams of kids that really don't want to leave home, you know, as opposed to getting on a plane, going out to Virginia or Spooky Nuke or whatever, and trying to get a kid from upstate New York to come to Texas, to Sam Houston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Texas Southern.
Texas Southern. So what if you're a college coach, if you're one of those, if you're on the staff or you over, you know, where coaches are going to go.
And looking at that budget.
And you're looking at that budget and the possibility of you like a kid and that kid liking you. You know what I'm saying? Where are you going to go?
Right here at home?
Go right here. You're going to go right here.
That's true.
I'm Sam Houston. I got a better chance of getting kids out of Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, you know, in some of the other smaller towns in Texas, right here at the heart of Texas, or whatever event you want to call it in Dallas, then, you know, going out there and not coming back with anything. I'm from Boo Williams. Nothing. And if you come back with something, it's one of the Texas CYBL teams.
Thanks. So what am I going to go for?
Yeah, I'm not going out there.
Exactly.
I'm not going
exactly.
out there.
So this is something that we're giving y'all to think about because we're trying to give y'all a college program's perspective when they're recruiting. Because recruiting, you got a budget, especially if you're a small market school and your daughter is, you know, she's getting recruited by mid-majors and Division IIs and you're just looking for a scholarship. It makes more sense to play right here at home in front of those schools in your local area.
Okay, let's put it like this. We talked about Shontaria, right?
Yeah, Shontaria.
Shontaria got offers from University of South Florida. Where did she play?
She played right here in Texas.
Played right here in Texas. Right here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, listen what we're about to tell you. You know, sometimes those schools that ain't even in Texas, they just want that Texas kid, that dog, that kid that's in a good high school program, that's playing for a good club program, that's used to good facilities. You know what I'm saying? They want that type of kid. They won't arrive into their campus.
Because those type of kids in their state, when they see that caliber of talent, those kids are going to Florida and Florida State.
Yeah.
So they say, okay, to get this same type of kid, I need to go to Texas to find this same caliber kid that can play against these Florida and Florida State kids.
Right.
And that's why you got South Florida down here in Texas looking for Texas players because this is a hotbed for recruitment when it comes to girls basketball. They're coming to Texas to compete against the Power Fives that they go against in Florida.
Right.
Florida, Florida State, Miami, and those schools like that.
Right. So, hey, you know, it's going to reiterate, is $91 a lot? Man, yeah, that's a lot, you know. But I don't spend $1,500 on just Corey getting you know,
Right.
to Virginia and back. So I'm $91 without a problem.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but I'm a coach, so I don't have to pay. But if I had to pay, I'm $91 without. Now I'm a coach, and it costs me $1,500 to get the booth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're talking about the flight,
Mm-hmm.
the hotel, the rental car, the gas in the rental car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, food and all that. Whereas I'm at home. Only thing I'm out of is $91 because I'm coming back eating, out of my own kitchen.
And this is common sense for you non-EYBL teams that's going.
It's common sense for you girls on the bench on the EYBL team.
Right. But these teams that's going to booth that ain't even EYBL, that's from Texas, like, it don't make sense. It don't add up. You know what I'm saying? And they going and playing that other side.
Hey, man. I'm telling y'all, it's coming. EYBL directors, we cool and everything,
Yeah.
but this is the baseline talk. I'm just gonna go and talk. I'm giving parents some.
Hey,
If
man,
your
give it
daughter
to
ain't
'em.
started, man, she ain't that first one off the bench. You better find your Texas team.
Find you a Texas team.
I'm just
please.
gonna be 100.
100, man. We ain't knocking them, but we know the game, man. We been there, done that.
Yeah, man.
And that's why you got this portal going on right now. You got the select portal, the select team portal going on right now
Right.
in high school basketball. So, hey,
But it ain't got no NIL deal attached to it.
I ain't got no NIL deal, and that's some real talk that you just got.
Yeah.